pissed off. We have people showing up here with guns all the time, looking like 100 kilos of gold.
Get in line. Line's over there. Hello. In the beginning here on this, my cousin and I are up at my farm. We're discussing the upcoming trip to Cocle del Norte. I have a long history, 28 years to be exact, in Cocle del Norte. I've always known that there's a lot of gold in the area. Locals are always panning it and getting it from the rivers and creeks. This is the first time that I'm going in, however, with the intent of seeing how lucrative the gold business will be. The road often changes up there. Exactly where it begins and where it ends depends on how much rain is going on. So we're not exactly sure where the road is going to be ending on us when we go up there this time.
Okay, we're going to head up the Atlantic coast. We're going to go down to Chagres, just a little ways from Cologne. Actually, a long ways by road, a little ways straight line. And then we're going to see how far the road goes until I don't want my wife to drive the road anymore with it in this condition. And then we just hop out, find out where the nearest dugout canoe is, and we become maritime people for a while.
On the other side of these mountains that you see is where we are headed. And all night long, all you see is lightning and lightning and lightning. It looks like fireworks going on the other side of the mountains. And it's raining that much over there. We get a little bit of rain over here. It is the rainy season. To them, it is the winter. So even in the winter, I sweat so much that my fingers are white and waterlogged. It's amazing.
As you see us in the car going, we wanted to throw the shots into the beauty of the coast, heading up to Miguel de la Borda. At Miguel de la Borda, the road ends. It is also the last police station. It's the area where you find the boat to take you any further up the coast.
How many years ago was that when you knew?
Well, no, with us, I mean, it was before that when I'd been to Cocle del Norte that way. They probably didn't fix that.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You'll see where we're up here trying to negotiate with the help of a local police officer who's a good friend of mine now. We're trying to actually charter a boat to take us that exact day from Miguel de la Borda up to Cocle del Norte. However, the only guy available was a local drug runner that the police are trying to catch, and he wanted to rape us on the price. So simply, we just decided to spend the night, pay the whopping $15 a night for the hotel room, and enjoy ourselves in Miguel de la Borda before heading out the next morning. You'll also notice that we are always interfacing with local law enforcement. All my years in Latin America has taught me one thing. Americans show up with guns, law enforcement, they're going to know you're there. So you might as well go to them first, let them know who you are, and everything rolls very smooth from that point on, which is exactly what we did in Miguel de la Borda.
Because they were going to find out we were damn near anyhow. Trust me.
Right.
You know, so you show up with all your guns, and you say, I'm me, I got guns, I'm a white boy, and we're leaving to buy gold.
You also want to make sure you get to see the beauty of the coastal area of Miguel de la Borda and heading all the way up to Cocle del Norte. For that reason, we've taken the shots of the hotel area where our rooms were, as well as the beach in front.
Holy cow. So, we're at San Miguel de la Borda, at the border. And the people say that the last American that was here, or foreign tourist, was probably, they couldn't remember. Awesome, it's beautiful. We're staying in that hotel for $15 a night each room. We, first thing we did, we got into town. We basically went as far as the road will go down the Caribbean side. There is a storm coming in because it is winter, it is the rainy season, so it's been raining a lot. But it's, wow. This is our room, check it out. Each of our rooms. Army uniform. yeah, dude, I can just sit and talk to you.
You'll also see in here in the local restaurants, we talk about the quality of food in the area. Nothing there is genetically modified. There's no growth hormones or anything. You lose weight like you wouldn't believe because you're eating healthy and the food is delicious.
I mean, how nice. We order some fries, and they throw in a whole chicken.
Fresh chicken.
Fresh chicken,
Yeah.
not smothered with
Hormones.
and pesticides and whatever, and
Kept in a little cage in its own shit.
pumped up with hormones.
Yeah. So fat it can't even walk. So it lays in its own shit. Yeah, there's a bird I want to eat. It's all foul for a reason.
Next morning we got up, got a ride with the police down, and we loaded the boats to head up the coast.
We're in the back of a police. We are not in trouble.
He's taking us there.
Yeah.
On this boat ride up, we paid $10 a person for the passage.
Oh, that's their boat, the one with the 4 engines on it. The chaser boat.
That's what he said. You get in any trouble, he said, if you can get a signal out, give us a yell.
Nice.
They're coming up tomorrow morning, right? No, he said they would be there and be able to be there. You know, I'm sure they'd be able to be there quicker.
It is 20 miles up from Miguel de la Borda to Cocle del Norte. It takes about an hour under normal sea conditions.
Sucker knows how to drive, doesn't he?
daylight, there's not any trouble heading up the coast. However, past sundown, you can run onto some unsavory characters traveling up and down the coast on this route.
I am.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Go out here for a minute. Cocle del Norte, our main destination. I turned the camera off and we almost got here because we didn't want to make anyone nervous. And it's been a long day. Sander basically working his network the way he does. He's been doing it for 26, 27 years. I'm down here in Central America. Gotten good with the Special Forces of Panama, which is located in San Miguel de la Borda, which was where the road took us. And I'll show you a picture soon. Sign on that says, "Welcome to Cocle del Norte, where there is no law."
You'll see here basic shots of the town of Cocle del Norte as we're walking through it. You will notice that there are power lines, but Cocle del Norte is not connected to any external grid. The power lines are tied into a local generator that they maintain 4 hours a day. There are no police in Cocle del Norte. The police station, the last one, is in Miguel de la Borda. You will notice in some shots, though, we have police talking to us in Cocle del Norte. These are friends of mine that just stopped by to say hi. On this particular day, we pretty well stayed put in town as they had some visits from some local representatives coming through. We just hung out around town that day and took in the sights.
Huh? Come on. Come on. Hey. Hold on. Got a bar soap spigot.
Depending on how well the water is flowing in Cocle del Norte, taking a bath can sometimes be a challenge. The water system starts at a river dammed up. It is untreated, and often only the lower spigots have water pressure. When you have this situation, you simply go around town till you find one that has water pressure. You get you a bucket, and you take your bath however you can.
Jungle. Getting bombarded with mosquitoes. I'm sitting in the living room. Two brother-in-laws were there, and they had a space shuttle getting ready to go to launch. Now, math and English, or math and Spanish, stuff like that, they're off. But science, two brother-in-laws are sitting there looking at me, and they go, "Where are you sticking that thing, the moon?" And I said, "No, it's I said it's a glider. I said it requires an atmosphere for re-entry." They said, "What's that got to do with the moon?" I said, "Well, now granted there is a very thin land." I told them that there is a very, very super ultra thin atmosphere on the moon, but it's equal to ours about 50 miles out. That's when their geologists started dropping. I started glazing over about as fucking with it. I said, but it really doesn't do anything to provide aircraft lift. I said, therefore you could actually get the thing to the moon, but the landing would be deadly. And they go, "What do you mean? There's no air on the moon?" I said, "Yeah, that's they gotta be." I said, "How's that?" And they go, "Well, we couldn't see it if there wasn't no air there." And dude, where do you go from there? Okay, you can't get there from here.
That lesson's been taught and ingrained.
And that was when I said, "Okay, you got me." Let's go pull one over on you.
Okay.
Sí.
Bonito. For breakfast.
Bonito, beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Él dice que si es tuna, no, es bonito. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Bonito.
Ajá.
Yeah. See, but you've heard of Bonita. Bonita.
On this day, we headed up the Rio Cocle to the towns of San Lucas and Toabre. Once again on this, we're going up to find out how the gold market is. The purpose of this trip was not to buy gold as much as it was to find out how much is there and what the price is on it.
Hey, you know what's funny? I'm doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing? Hey, look at that. Ah! There it is. Buena!
You'll notice also up there, the people do love to party. Life up there is festive, just about non-stop. So quite often, you will hear partying going on in the background.
Gracias.
A plate of food up there will usually run you between $2 and $3.
Wow. Softball tournament.
You'll see here in the town of Toabre, which is further up the Rio Cocle from Cocle del Norte, we are discussing gold prices with a local store owner. The price he's wanting is just a little bit under the price for the capital. This is what our business is based off of, this concept. Buying from the locals at a lower price, moving it in volume to the capital, and selling it at a higher price. Once again, it's business. They're trying to get every penny they can from us. They've got to feed their family. But as I explained to them multiple times, I understand this, but they have to understand I have to feed my family too.
Basically about right where that ink dot is, right over the sea of Sandler.
Right here?
Yeah, that one.
We come from all the way from here up the river, and this is where we're at now, where this land is.
You'll notice occasionally you'll see us stopping to dive and take samples of the river bottoms. We did this so that we could get a better idea of what is at the bottom of these rivers, because there may be things that are valuable apart from gold.
Dado cuenta que sí, 37.14. That's how much you sold it for.
Okay. 30 set, okay, and that, how many grams? Oh, 93 grams?
Mm-hmm. And
$3,454.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we are at a store in the town of Caimito. Our ability to judge gold, its carat, its quality and everything is by far better now than it was in this clip. Also, we did not have near the necessary tools on this. We could only validate that we had 18 karat or better at this moment. As we come to find out later on, all the gold in this area is actually 21 karat to 22 karat quality gold.
She's above 18K.
How can you tell?
That's 18K acid.
Oh, okay.
It's not dissolved. Okay.
This was filmed in spring of 2013 and covered an 8-day period. Even though I'm well known in the area, I wanted to make sure and work in camera presence gradually to ensure that our intent with the cameras was not misunderstood.
Oh, there it hit him. You can tell. Don't rub your eyes. That made me sweat.
Coming off slow, man.
Dice, viene despacio, pero wow. He's lucky. No tiene suerte lluvia, huh?
This area of Panama is beautiful. It's full of culture and excitement. Given the backdrop of the gold business and the multi-billion-dollar mining company intrusion into the area, as well as the people's struggle to maintain their culture and their identity, presents a unique opportunity to make a good long-running show. It can have multiple themes and come in from many different angles.
Okay, so this is the result of what happens when there is a traffic jam and your ride can't make it to pick your ass up. Number 2, sad, tired, green goes.